Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of Sticks and Spirits. We're at our, even though it doesn't look like it, our summer home. And this is Boulder Point Golf Club in Oxford, Michigan, where we'll be filming summers after we play our morning golf. You guys do well today?
Yes.
Yeah.
Decent.
It's a little chilly. It's a little chilly today. It's a little chilly. We're in Michigan. It's not quite golf season, but here we are. And today we're going to be talking about our two movies, which is Bridesmaids and Something About Mary, and smoking a 1792 distillery sweet wheat bourbon.
Drinking.
I do that all the time. And we'll be smoking, not drinking, this Avo cigar. So guys, go ahead and take a smell and a taste of your whiskey. We'll talk a little bit about that before we get into the movies. So Barton.
Beautiful smell.
Sweet.
Barton is a Sazerac company like Buffalo Trace, but it's a separate distillery. And the sweet wheat is a new release for them. They typically do high rye. But this is a mash bill that's undisclosed, but we know it's higher in wheat than rye. And it's also an age that's undisclosed. $55 when you can find it at $55, which often can, but not always. Introduced in 2015. So what do you guys think? What's the...
Oh, so good.
The smell immediately comes to me of.
Yeah.
Smells great.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something that is going to be enjoyable.
There's an
Just
initial
the smell.
burn.
Yeah.
You get the initial burn?
My first drink I did.
Yeah.
I get like a lot of like molasses caramel.
Yeah, I get like a candied nut.
Okay.
Not as hot the second time.
Caramel is...
Maybe it's tough.
Definitely not hot.
Really smooth though.
Yeah, I get the initial burn a little, but then ultra smooth, and then
It's all up front.
To me,
Yeah.
it's where it hits the tongue. For me.
Yeah.
Like if I let it go right at the tip of the tongue, like it gets initial like woo, but if like middle back of the tongue, like it is just.
See, I get no burn with this at all. It's just
No. It's a kind of a light
it's a very light bourbon.
with not a lot of lengthy finish to it, but the flavors are really good.
It's hard to find bottle.
And so I'm kind of saying for like $55, this is a great buy, but I would never buy it on a secondary market for
Nope.
more.
Yep.
But $17.92 makes some really good ones, and
Really. The reason you do secondary market with that is because it's so difficult
It's
to
so
find
difficult to
around
find.
here. I mean, it's taken me 3-4 years to find my second bottle
really
of it.
good.
Okay.
Wow.
And so it's a very small bat. Like,
Either that or we just don't get the release up here for
okay.
it.
Michigan sometimes
Yeah.
they get some and not others.
Yep.
Let's talk about this cigar. The cigar's actually got an interesting story. This is the Avo Classic No. 2. And Avo is named after a jazz musician named Avo Uvasian. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Who did a lot of overseas jazz and would smoke Cuban cigars. And he would get mad that they cost so much. And so, but he got into them and started making them. And he found his maker and partnered immediately with Davidoff, a very famous cigar maker. They produced this from the beginning, eventually bought him out. These things go from $11 to $13.
It's not bad.
And so you're getting Davidoff quality tobacco and a price point that's a lot better.
What are some of the other Davidoff price ranging?
$25 to $75.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Considerable difference.
And what size is it? Are we?
So this is a Toro.
And is this?
It's a little bit longer than a Toro, but it's 6.5 inches, but it's got a 50 ring.
I would say it's about. I thought it was like somewhere between 40 and 50. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a very light cigar for me.
It's a very light cigar.
It's perfect for me. That's why
yeah.
I'm enjoying partaking with.
Yeah, it's designed to be a light cigar. It's got good flavor,
It
but
does.
it's not overpowering your
This
palate.
is a golf course cigar, in my opinion. A really nice golf course cigar.
I would agree full-hearted with that, and I get a lot of peppery flavor right out of the gate. Very enjoyable, very smooth. Very good pairing here. You get a little more peppery side, and then you got the
Sweet.
with
And
the
they're,
bourbon.
and they're both very smooth.
Yeah.
So I'm digging on that.
There's no bite with the cigar. I mean, it doesn't.
But you're also getting
Anything.
a really quality construction.
Yep. It
Right.
burns.
It's a
Great
good smoke,
burn.
you're getting a
Great.
good burn. It's not too easy, not too difficult to draw.
Yep.
So we'll get back to this in a bit, but
Yeah.
let's go ahead and get into it. We watched two movies the last couple weeks,
Mhm.
Bridesmaids
Yep.
and Something About Mary. Who wants to jump in?
So, again, you guys got to watch it together,
Bridesmaids.
Bridesmaids,
Yes.
and
Hilarious. And someone who's never seen it,
See,
hilarious. And when we did the initial pairing, remember, I thought you guys, when we said Bridesmaids, was some 1980s
rom-com.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was not expecting Bridesmaids to be the movie we watched. Hilarious. I can't believe I actually haven't seen it.
The pooping in the thing scene, still epically hilarious. I die laughing every time I see that thing.
Probably, for me, the greatest scene
In
that we've even watched so far.
It's a great scene.
It's happening. It's happening. And you don't listen. I'll get in trouble for this, but you don't expect a crew of ladies to carry that scene
Yes.
so well. That's guy humor,
But
but
you have-
were fantastic. Melissa McCarthy.
you have Melissa McCarthy who carries that movie.
Oh.
She is. I mean, you're talking about her undercarriage with her leg up on in the airplane, and I mean, come on.
Fun fact.
Pulling out the airplane, what do they call that?
The Marshall.
The Marshall.
So, and that's your real life husband.
Yeah. See, I think for me, it was more rom than com at times, and that's what gets me off it. I love the movie, but I think it's somewhat a little more rom than com for me at times.
Well, see, and I would say that There's Something About Mary almost fits that description even more so than Bridesmaids. Going back and trying to watch it like it's the first time, I kind of found it maybe dragged a little bit more than Bridesmaids, and it's one up, but I think as a standalone movie, if I was just watch absolutely 100%, I always loved the movie. I've always loved a lot of the drops out of it. This, that, and the other. But amongst this competition in a bracketed style, I think it had less of the comedy flair than a lot of the movies we've already watched.
And you're talking about
Oh, I experienced it almost the opposite way. I only watched it once. In the past, I didn't remember it that well, and I'm watching it thinking I don't know if even. Not only did I forget, maybe I didn't even realize how funny it was.
Oh, I loved it.
see, but was it really that funny, or was it just Cameron Diaz carrying that movie?
When Ben Stiller got his junk in the zipper.
They're cheering them out, and as they're about to get in,
I mean, come on. I mean, as much as we are a bunch of jerks up here, but have you seen my baseball?
But they call it something different sometimes.
They call it something different sometimes.
I thought with that scene was when the father's like, he's like, I was just bringing a baseball. What baseball? He's like,
Yeah.
He's like, I had one. It's got to be around here.
And Matt Dillon, and he's up to that point, he's a serious actor.
Yes.
He was fantastic playing the slimy
Yep.
private detective, listening in all the
Yeah.
time. And somebody talked about white teeth, and he got these.
Dude, those peppers that they put in his mouth. And how he even was able to get through scenes with those in.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yep.
See, and I thought there were a lot of funny parts, like we're all mentioning.
Yeah.
But the movie itself, I struggled getting through that film.
Had you seen it before?
I mean,
I have not.
when you're only 15
but you're the
years
one who at
old,
least
that's
got to see the twist for the first time. That the elusive Brett was Brett Favre.
Yes. Yeah. I did not see that coming in at the end there.
This is also coming from a guy that doesn't have to worry about his balls getting above his Frank.
Aggressive.
Breaking beans.
Franken beans.
It's like, Warren, he's masturbating.
Warren, and the actor that played Warren, I mean,
Fantastic.
He's not challenged.
No,
Yeah.
so I looked him up, and like the character he plays in some of the other shows, like I was just like, oh wow, like
Yeah,
he's
it's way different.
He's a way dark actor. Like, yeah. But again, you got the policeman coming up to the window. We had a report of a woman screaming.
That's him.
Yep.
That's weird part of a woman.
No, you already did the hard part. You got the tracks out. Now
Just gotta back it out.
See, and I think like the one-off lines in the scenes like that of something are probably better than Bridesmaids, but the whole comedy itself of Bridesmaids, and I just didn't enjoy Something About Mary as much.
See, I have to like disagree slightly with that because I didn't find as many funny parts in Bridesmaids as I did with Something About
you
Mary.
just need to connect with your inner woman.
No, I've watched it twice with my wife. No, I don't.
Yeah. Well, and I think that actually speaks to the fact that these two are matched up.
Yeah.
They're four
It's
or
a
five.
4 or 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're very equally matched
They are.
in this genre.
Yep.
I think they both kind of fit more of the rom-com type
100%.
movie style compared to some of the other ones we've watched. And yeah, we're all going to kind of flip-flop on each side of that fence, which makes it even more
Maybe
enticing.
Timur just has a little softer side than us.
It's possible.
He's a softy.
Oh,
The
thanks.
comedic timing of the
Yeah.
things in that movie are much, much better than those in There's Something About Mary. And
Like Bridesmaids, I also love the part where Melissa McCarthy, she's driving down the road and she has like, what, 9 puppies? Yeah.
because you're giving away.
Three puppies at the wedding. Yeah. Took 9 of them. It's a little much. I kind of overdid.
You know, the scene again. She's in the dress and she runs out and she's trying to cross the street and she just sits down.
Yep.
Just
Not the dress.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you have the one,
Interesting.
you have the blonde puking in the toilet while Melissa McCarthy's in the sink.
In this thing. Like, don't you dare! Don't you dare! It's coming! It's coming!
And I will admit, for years, I've avoided Brazilian steakhouses
Just because of that, yeah.
a little leery.
again in Bridesmaids, the scene where they're trying to locate the bride and like she's trying to get the cops' attention and she's doing everything. Look at drinking and driving.
That's funny too. Littering. Look, no hands, eating.
And she runs into his back end.
And they're like, "How long has she been gone? 12 hours. I can't file a report. Just come on, please. She's in her apartment. Wow.
You guys didn't take a look there?
He played a great role, like as just very serious, like straight-laced actor. Like that was a great role for him
Yep.
versus all the comedy in that movie.
Oh, well, you guys, your bourbon, you guys who have it on a cube, it's kind of cooled and watered a little bit.
I didn't like it.
So it's only becoming more enjoyable.
Yeah.
Sweetness, a little chilled now. One of my favorites in the episodes we've done so far. This bourbon would be one of my favorites.
I agree. As it gets colder, it's better. It's better.
This is one I've been looking forward to if I could find a bottle to do this podcast with, because it's one of my favorites. And I love weeded. I mean, we know I love weeded bourbons, but this one was one that I found when I started drinking bourbon. It's funny. I paired that with a Stag Junior, and that is like so hot compared to this. I think that just made me love that so much more, and I fell in love with this bourbon. I've been searching for it ever since.
It's definitely sweeter. I mean, and it drinks very clean, very well.
Like that would be.
I mean, you know, you could
Should be.
Yeah,
this
this would be one that I could get in trouble with.
Yes.
Just sitting out like we're just sitting here drinking with a bottle. And just,
Yeah.
okay,
I'm trying to be respectful. I
Yeah,
mean, this
like
could be
it
on.
took them a couple years to find this, so we haven't gone back for more.
Right.
Yes.
It has less to do with the taste and
If he offered, I'd take it.
I mean,
Right.
as a gentleman,
There you
So
go.
it's the right thing to do.
I'm really enjoying the pairing. And
Timmy
and,
this more.
and what I would say is on the pairing is this is not my typical cigar, and this is a little bit lighter than my typical bourbon.
Yep.
Proof wise, as well as finish.
what is the proof on this one again?
40. So it's a 91.2.
91 proof. So
The one
yeah,
we did, the old
so
one
it's
was
lower.
112.
was 112. Yeah.
So
So it's a little light, but together, and we talk about contrasting and complementary. This is complementary.
Yep.
They're not contrasting.
contrasting, for
They're both similar, but they're similar enough that they really meld together really well. And I got to say, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
the only thing that
yeah.
would make this better if it was like 40 degrees warmer.
Well, there's that.
Spring in Michigan, you never know what you're going to get.
If
You
it
never know
wasn't
what you're gonna get.
38 degrees outside right now, like
It might be 41.
If we're lucky.
So let's get into. We got to vote.
We got to vote.
I can start.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Bridesmaids.
Oh, see, something about Mary.
Bridesmaids.
Something about Mary. That's my boy.
I am actually. There's something about Mary.
Thank you.
There's something about Mary.
There we go. We didn't even
Oh,
need
that's
Champ because he didn't watch Bridesmaids.
I thought we were gonna.
Well, it's 4-2 anyways.
I
thought you were gonna go the other way.
Well, I thought
I
Tim
thought
was
it
going
was- I thought
to
this was
go
going
the other way.
And that's the thing. I actually changed my vote during our conversation.
Really?
It actually, I needed more input and jog the the memory a little bit of just like, oh yeah, you guys make valid points. And again, it's an opinion thing.
It is.
But I've always loved there's something about Mary. I've always loved Bridesmaids.
And
But they are very
Right.
similar, but yet there's different parts. And
I was one of the ones adamant about putting Bridesmaids on the list too.
Well, before we watched them, I was certain Bridesmaids was going to win. And then we watched, for me, and then we watched Bridesmaids together, and it only confirmed in my mind that Bridesmaids was going to win. And then I watched something about Mary, and it was just, I really enjoyed it. Very fun.
Maybe it's more relatable for us. Like unlike Shumi, I was the opposite. Bridesmaids got boring to me.
Really?
Oh, we forgot to, by the way. What's that on yours? Is that hair gel?
Yeah.
You put in my hair.
Oh yeah, hair gel. You know.
Where'd it go? Because you got to,
He's all done. He's like,
you got to clean the pipes.
You can't go out with a loaded gun.
You can't go out
I've
with
been
a loaded-
going out when I'm loaded.
Well, then you have like, grandma and the dog.
Oh, my.
How funny is that too?
That's correct. You're right.
but all the,
Like someone kills the dog?
Yeah.
then the dog ends up in a full cast, and he's on top of the thing coming back from the grocery store.
Pulls it out.
Just pulls it down. That was good.
So, yeah.
All right, we have 2 4-5s left. We've got 40-Year-Old Virgin and Ted, Step Brothers, and Trading Places. So which one you guys want to watch for next? All right, so next week we'll be doing 40-Year-Old Virgin and Ted. For 2 weeks.
No.
2 weeks. You're right, 2 weeks. Next week we'll be doing Trading Places, which is the 4, and Step Brothers, which is the 5. So listen, we're getting some traction. We really appreciate you watching and listening, but do us a favor. Hit like, hit share, hit subscribe.
Please.
If you're doing it on Facebook, that's great. But it's all going back to YouTube. It'd be great if you'd subscribe on YouTube. We'd appreciate it. We're having a great time doing this, and we hope that you're enjoying it too. So until next time, keep your sticks lit, keep your spirits high. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.